Hey guys, it's Jana. Good morning. It is early, well for me. I'm still in my jam because I need to make some corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and all that yummy stuff in the crock pot today. So I gotta get it all set up and everything because we are having friends over for St. Patrick's Day. And it's also like a combination thing because we have 4 friends' birthdays in the month of March. So we're doing a St. Patty's Day, birthday day. So we're gonna get this party started. So you're gonna see my recipes. I'll link everything down below. And we're gonna make, of course, some cupcakes and stuff for everybody and lots of yummy stuff. Get it decorated, everything. So go ahead and hit subscribe, thumbs up, check all the links down below. Let's make St. Patrick's Day happen. I like making my corned beef in the crock pot because it's just so delicious, and I have 2 crock pots, but I had to borrow my friend's crock pot, so I have 3 because I was planning on making 3 roasts, but when I picked up the groceries, which will be coming up, sorry, we're going a little bit out of order here, but I wanted to get this out, you know, at least close to the holiday. Anyway, when I picked up the groceries, one of the corned beefs was kind of small, so I was kind of worried it wouldn't be enough because we always run out of meat. It's like our fave. So anyway, let's get this stuff made. So I have red potatoes here. I love the taste of red potatoes over like new potatoes, so I use the red potatoes and I just slice them up in small enough pieces, throw it on the bottom of the crock pot. So let's fill up all 3 crock pots. I'm also gonna add baby carrots. These are already cleaned, already everything, so I don't have to do anything to them, just dump them out of the bag. As far as the meat is concerned, I like rinsing it off. It just, I don't know, makes me feel better because it's all slimy and gross. A lot of people wash off their meats. Some people don't, but I do. And the corned beef always comes with a packet of spices, so you don't have to worry about getting anything separate, which is nice. Keeping it simple. I am using beef broth here. I usually just use water actually, which comes out just fine, but I was like, hey, let's add a little bit more flavor, no big deal. You can also throw beer in there, but I read some reviews that people were using Guinness because that's what they had on hand because, you know, St. Patrick's Day, and it didn't come out so yummy. So I decided to do some beef broth. I'm just doing 1 cup in each of the crock pots and 2 cups of water, so 3 cups of liquid total. If you don't want to use beef broth, just use 3 cups of water. We got our spice packet here, so we're just gonna throw that right on top of the corned beef. And I also like to throw extra caraway seeds on there, just cause. We're just gonna cook this on low for 9 to 10 hours. That's why I got up early today.
That our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
Now that those corned beefs are going, I am going to start working on the cupcakes. So we're making 3 different kind of cupcakes today from 1 box cake. So we're making Reese's peanut butter, Oreo, and one with Rolos, but the icing is gonna be made with Carolyn's. Yum. So hubby's been working on the backyard and stuff, getting it all nice, but he wanted to come in and help me make the cupcakes. It's always nice cooking with hubby.
I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love.
So I am such a bonehead. I started mixing the batter and I'm like, why is this so dry? Yep, I forgot the water. Ugh. It mixes up eventually, but it does make it a little bit harder when you are mixing up your separate ingredients. But that's okay.
Oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold.
So I'm going to fill up the cupcake liners with 1 scoop, which is about halfway there, because I'm gonna put a goodie inside of every single one of these cupcakes.
And I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just.
So first up, we're gonna put Oreo right in the center. I'm hoping they stay afloat. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done this before, but oh well. And there's a broken cookie. You know what happens to broken cookies? You eat them.
If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. Oh, oh, oh.
So on to the Reese's cups. We're gonna put one of them right inside the cupcake too. I hope these turn out delicious.
Love it till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. And I wanna.
So I kind of was stupidly assumed that the Rolos would be unwrapped since they are just in this bag, but they are not. So I need to unwrap these and I'm gonna put one right in the center of the cupcake. Now I'm going to put another scoop right on top of the cookies and treats, and these babies will be ready for the oven. I always like to clean up my mess on the pan, otherwise it kind of gets burnt on, and nobody wants that. It just makes it harder to clean.
It's a mystery why I'm here.
So I'm gonna put these in the oven at 350 for, I think it was like 15 minutes? Whatever the box says, just do that. And in cooking, I always like to clean as I go, so hubby and I are gonna clean up together.
I begin to understand it all. It's me that I'm fighting. Now that I see what is hiding underneath my skin, and I'm always sorry to bring you in my fall. Yeah, with
While those cupcakes are going, we are going to decorate and wrap presents. Yes, I got my friends toilet paper for their birthday. They are also getting a card with a gift certificate. I just thought it would be funny and useful, honestly. I don't like getting stuff just to get stuff, you know? I like things to be useful, so hey, best present you ever got. Plus, it's always fun to open something, you know? Not just an envelope.
feelings like this never end. We have to try and keep the mood up to stay. I know that sometimes we pretend to love each other like we used to, but it's all good in the end. 'Cause as we're growing older, darling, love is growing stronger, 'cause it's me that I'm fighting. Now that I see what is
Perfect. Now I'm just gonna let all these cupcakes cool off while I take a shower. We got some balloons just to have around, you know, whatever. Why not? I picked up this banner for like little photo op shop, like how I did for my 40th birthday. So everybody had a lot of fun doing the photo op, so I picked this up on Amazon. I will link it down below. You guys could, I guess, use it for next year. And I got my shirt on Amazon too. Sassy Lassie. I thought it was cute. I didn't have any green shirts, to be honest, so needed to get something. And right here, I forgot to set out my butter this morning, so it is not softened. So I'm going to soften it up in the microwave real quick because we got to make some icing.
With you and I, the future is bright.
So I am using a recipe that hubby actually found on YouTube, so I will link that down below. But we're gonna spin this butter for like 7-8 minutes, like for reals. And I have my slider measuring cup. I love this thing for anything sticky or gooey like peanut butter or say honey or something like that. Cause yeah, there's no waste and no trying to scoop it out of a measuring cup.
We could see the moon, side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
Look at that. That's just butter. Amazing.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
Can't have icing without powdered sugar, so I like to get it all measured out into a separate bowl so I know that I have the right amount, because it's quite a bit, you know, 5 2/3 I think it was of powdered sugar. So I had to count, and then we slowly put it in and mix it in with the butter. The recipe actually called for 1 spoonful at a time. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. So I did about half of that little measuring cup there. It worked out just fine. Gonna add in a couple teaspoons of vanilla and now 2 tablespoons of whipping cream. You can also just use milk, but we happen to have whipping cream, so I just use that.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
A little bit of salt to add a little flavor, and mix, mix, mix some more.
What do I believe? What makes me feel?
So in order to get my 3 different cupcakes, I'm going to separate this icing out into 3 different bowls so we can add our flavoring however we want. Because it's kind of cool with this recipe, it's kind of just the base, and you can add whatever you want to flavor your icing, and it just keeps it nice and simple.
You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in.
So we're gonna start off with the peanut butter. See that slider? Love it.
I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt?
And with the Oreo, I wasn't gonna do this at first, but then I was like, oh yeah, let's put some Oreo crumble up in the icing. So I'm actually just taking the icing out and throwing it in the regular icing and putting the cookies in my chopper here, and we're gonna get some Oreo crumbs to throw in. I didn't really use that many cookies, but I probably actually could have used less, but that's okay. So maybe like 5 cookies or so would have done the job just fine.
Keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt?
Now to add the Irish cream, we like Carolyn's, but you can also use Bailey's whatever you want. And I put in 1/4 of a cup. I wasn't quite sure how much to add, but doing a whole 1/4 of a cup, I had to add so much more powdered sugar to thicken it up, and honestly it wasn't as thick as I wanted it to be. So next time, or if you guys make this, maybe start off with like 1/8 of a cup, because you just want that little bit of flavor, that little bit of kick in it, but it did taste amazing.
Still rolling the dice, still open.
I got my icing bags here. I am not putting a tip on the Oreo. I'm just gonna make that nice and round with the cut, and then I have tips on the other two to make them a little more fancy.
Still in this fight, I pray for the night to go easy on me. You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt? Why do you still
So we got the Oreo. I wasn't quite sure if I would have enough icing to cover all of them, so I kind of played it cool to get everything covered, and then once all the cupcakes were covered, I just used the rest of the icing to kind of make a little top on it, just to make sure I had enough for all the cupcakes, because that would have really stunk. And then I just put an Oreo right on top. Now on to the Reese's. So the peanut butter icing was, let's just say, a little bit hard. I probably should have added a little bit more cream to it, but oh well. I'm gonna work with what I got. It'll be fine. It tastes amazing, by the way. And I'm just gonna decorate the tops with some Reese's Cups and some Reese's Pieces. Those are my favorite. On to the Irish cream. So like I said, I had to add so much powdered sugar to this to thicken it up, and it's still a little sloppy, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna put a Rolo right on top of these babies, and then I'm going to drizzle some caramel syrup. And back to the cleanup. So let's get this place all cleaned up and start decorating.
It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love
got all my decorations on Amazon. This box was just perfect. It had a little bit of everything, and I got some little fun things, you know, to wear and stuff. I can't believe I actually found a happy birthday St. Patrick's Day themed banner. I love it. All the dishes are clean and I am already getting exhausted. Now we get to dry everything and put it away. I also got this runner. I thought it was so pretty with all the knots and everything, and we got everything wrapped, ready to go. Hubby's gonna help me hang up the happy birthday sign because this will kind of be where we're at opening presents and having cupcakes and stuff. And in the packet of all the little things, like the bracelets and stuff, was temporary tattoos. So I'm gonna give myself a little tattoo right here. So everything came out amazing. I hope you guys have an awesome St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate it. We just love it. It's a good time. I had to also decorate our bear picture. I've always wanted to decorate him for holidays, so I went ahead and did that too. But even outside is all decorated, and we got our puppies running around having a good time. So the food came out amazing, and my friend made shepherd's pie, which is so good, and everybody just had a great time. So go ahead and hit subscribe, thumbs up, check all the links down below. Be sure to check out those videos I picked out just for you, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.